One thing that has never changed on social media is algorithm. We have to understand algorithm. We need to know how to crack the algorithm. And I'm going to specifically focus on viral reels. However, what I'm going to teach you, you can use for anything, any platform you're on or anything like that. But this has worked for me for years and years and years. We reach almost 1 million people on social media through all of our platforms. And we do 95% of that organically. So if you're somebody who really wants to grow your reach, this is really going to help you out a lot. So the first thing we're going to look at is when you're choosing those reels that you want to do, I'm going to give you some things that are going to help you have those reels go viral. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to the Reels tab. And yes, you know about trending audio, as I'm sure you've heard about that or know what that is. So this right here, see that? That is not a trending audio, okay? It doesn't mean it can't work, but what I actually want you to do is I do want you to use trending audios that have under 10,000 uses. So what you can do is click on it, and then it's going to actually tell you how many uses. So this one's great. I see them pop up a lot, actually. So this is what's really cool about this is when we're at that 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 mark for Reels, this typically, if you see that they've popped off like these have, which it looks like she used the same one twice, which is really smart. That is a great sign, okay? Because it hasn't been used very much, but it's just totally going viral. So that's the first thing I want you to do is I want you to find trending audios that are doing well and are under that 10,000 mark. So they're not even in the top 50 potentially. We're more looking at, I call them pre-trending audios because everybody hasn't used them yet. This is a great way to utilize algorithm. And basically algorithm is just a rating. And when it comes to boosting your algorithm, it's going to be based off of the things I'm going to talk about. Okay. We're going to really hack into some of these awesome things you can do. So that's the first thing. I want you to be looking for trending audios. The next thing I want you to, or pre-trending audios. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to look on the Reels tab. And I want you to pay attention to hooks that you could recreate. So if you notice we'll go down one, come back to this girl. It said something like new algorithm tool or something like that. So I want you to stop and ask yourself, let me pause that. I want you to ask yourself, did that hook catch your attention? Okay, so when it comes to algorithm and it comes to getting your reels to go viral, the hook is the very first thing you see. And we have a millisecond now. It's like 1/1000th of a second to get people's attention. It's not even 3 seconds anymore. It just keeps dwindling down. And really, we just have to figure out how to trump that. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to totally stop the scroll with the hook. So hooks are all out there. You can see the ones that are doing well. Don't reinvent the wheel. We're not copying, but we're going to get inspiration and ask ourselves, how could we take that hook, the ones that are catching your attention, and use them for your own industry? So her said something like this new Instagram hack or Instagram feature that you need to know about. I don't remember what it was, but something like that. What you could do is say this new food hack that can help you lose weight without changing your diet. And you're like, well, what's that, right? You want to think about how you can take what you're seeing and then shape it to work for your industry. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at trending audios. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to look at hooks. The third thing we're going to do is we're going to look and see what we're seeing happening on our feeds that are trends, okay? So if you think about TikTok and you think about Reels, it all started with trends. It started where people were mimicking. There's challenges that you can join on TikTok. There's different things that you can do. This is how it all started. Trends are trends for a reason because people are jumping in. People are having fun with it. So if you see something more than once in your feed, then that is a clue that it is doing well and people are enjoying that content. And these platforms are pushing that out into the newsfeed. So instead of feeling like you have to be totally original and sit here and look at your phone for 8 hours trying to come up with one reel, I don't want you to do that. I want you to look and see what's working, what's popping off, what you're noticing, and I want you to recreate it in your own way. So that is something that you can absolutely do that's going to help you just kind of take the guesswork out of this. And that is going to also help you to come up with content ideas, okay? And speaking of content ideas, I actually have a free gift for you. below this video, it's limiting beliefs unleashed. We find that typically we've worked with 10,000 students now, that a lot of times it's mindset over mechanics, right? Like, you're doing all the right things, but things aren't working for you. You suspect you're self-sabotaging. Well, the limiting beliefs unleashed, there's a guide and there's also a workbook. So you can actually work through it, track your progress, and really make those observations. So look below this video for that. Whoa. I have to interrupt this episode to tell you something so exciting that I've been working on behind the scenes to set you up for success this year. And that is the ultimate content Trello board collection. So inside of this collection, I've created 3 brand new Trello boards. You're going to get the mega social media planner, so you can plan all of your social media content in one place. You're also going to get the board that's full of content ideas that monetize all kinds of different niches and industries. And finally, you're going to get the social media content bank. When you go to create content, you need a place to draw from to pull that content out so you can quickly create and keep on moving. So look below this video for this gift for you so you can totally crush it this year. So the next thing you're going to do is you are going to get those video views up by getting people to watch your video. Of course, right? However, I want them to watch it over and over again. And this is called your replay views. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my feed and I'm going to show you the analytics on a video so we can look at them together and just take a look at this. Okay, so see, this one has, let's see. Okay, so what we're going to look at is the insights. Checking my mailbox to get my invite to the Content Boss Bootcamp. Okay, so look over here. What we're looking for, views are important, obviously, and interactions and all of that. But what's really important is the replay views, which is not showing it on here. I don't think I see it. Normally you can see it. So just look on your phone. But you're going to see views. It's going to say plays, and then it's going to say replays. Replays, you want to make sure the replays are double, triple, quadruple what the actual the first time through the plays are, because what that's going to do for you, it's going to tell you that people are sitting on the video. And this means one of 2 things. They're either watching the video part. And so, for example, let's watch this one. So you're probably curious, like, what's in the envelope, right? So you might stay on it and watch, okay, Content Boss Bootcamp. Well, that counts as one play. That's a longer one, obviously. That's one play. Now, if you do a very short reel, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, that's longer. There's text on it. You had a few tips on there and they're sitting there watching it to get the tips. It's going to be looping and replaying. That is very good for your algorithm. It also increases your replay or your replay views count towards your views. But the other part that can cause a looping, replaying happening is the caption. So when you actually go to the caption, let's just go to this one here. If this right here had some content to it, it had some tips, it had do this and this and this and this, you are way more likely to get people to stay on the video reading the caption, but that's counting as those replay views. So that can be super helpful to make sure that you're getting that traction on your video. The other thing I want you to look at is saves. Saves are very important. Saves are a really, really good sign that people are enjoying your content. And it's so good for the algorithm. It's more likely to push your video out when, as soon as you get that first save or share, Instagram, TikTok, they love that. So saves are helpful. So you look at your content, and I actually have a podcast episode I just dropped on this. So if you want more details on what I'm talking about, go listen to the podcast, The Goal Digger Girl. The other very important metric is the shares. So shares is typically going to be inspirational content or something really helpful in your industry or niche. So this is more of a promotional video. However, shares are also really great for your video reach and also for the algorithm. And the final thing I want you to look at, just so you can kind of see what's happening with your videos, are the follows. Now, this video didn't get thousands of millions of views. I have had videos do 1 million. I've had several videos do hundreds of thousands. Like, I've had those numbers, but for me, it's more important that I'm getting saves, shares, and follows, and actually comments. Comments are the most important thing for me, because we'll get, hundreds of comments on our reel that are all leads. So don't worry so much about the views you're going to get. We put out great content, and it's just kind of the nature of the platform. Okay. So this got 12 follows, which is awesome. That's great. Even if you get one follow, that's a good sign. So double down on those videos that are doing well, where you're getting follows, saves, and shares. And then if you see a lot of replay videos, then you'll know that if people are watching the video over and over again, that's also a good sign to follow that format. So if people replay the video and they're watching it over and over again, if you put a lot of text on the video, or maybe the way you wrote the caption, I would recreate that or even reuse it with some different trending audio. Okay. So that's all I want you to do, is focus on what I just shared with you. And that's really going to help you crack the algorithm and get more views on your videos for sure. Remember, we're in the midst of the Content Boss Bootcamp. So make sure you look below this video so you can get yourself in there if you're not. And then also I have a gift for you, Limiting Beliefs Unleashed. If this was helpful, I want you to hit the button to subscribe, because we drop new YouTube episodes every week. And take a screenshot of you watching this and throw it in your stories and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. I would love for you to do that. If you tag me, I will shout you out as a thank you. Appreciate you so much. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.